Boom shakalaka, huge Bitcoin breakout in the near future. Today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some of the best charts to help determine which direction that Bitcoin breakout is likely to go. You definitely want to stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we're taking a look at some of the best Bitcoin charts to help determine which direction this massive breakout is about to go. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, come join us over on Twitter at the Crypto Love. Push the like button and let's get started. Guys, Extreme Fear 24. We have been 24 so often. This is like the most common number. Everybody likes 24. Right now, the overall market sideways since yesterday. Bitcoin at 19,132, Ethereum at 1283, BNB at 270, XRP 48 cents, Cardano 36 cents, Solana $29, and Dogecoin 5 cents. And if we take a look at Bitcoin, now there's a couple areas that we need to keep an eye out. So first, we are between this yellow line and the green line, 280 and 200 weekly moving averages. Historically, the 200 weekly moving average has been very good support, and Bitcoin only ever wicked down to the 280. But we've been spending a lot of time in this area here. Now this is below this blue dashed line, $20,000 previous all-time highs. And you can see this was actually resistance yesterday as the price bounced back up after the CPI numbers. Now we do have a little bit of a trend, an upward trend here since about the end of September. But if you guys see these light blue lines that we have right here, this is a very, very big wedge formation. A downward wedge or sideways downward wedge that we have. Now, generally, this is somewhat of a bearish pattern as the price continues down. It gets squeezed here and then continues down in that fashion. Now, will that happen this time? Tough to say. We're going to take a look at that in some of the charts right now. There are also some very interesting areas, these pink lines. Bitcoin is within a double bottom, within a double bottom, within a double bottom, a triple inception double bottom. This doesn't happen too often. I've never seen it happen before, but it probably happens from time to time. But we have double bottom 1, we have double bottom 2, and we have double bottom 3, all right here, that if we break through one, and this first one is at $20,500, it will likely propel us up to the second one, which would then likely propel us up through the third one, which would then likely propel us back into bull territory above $30,000. So, if one happens, we could have a cascade that leads completely all the way up into bull territory once again. But let's take a look at what's going on right now. Well, guys, we are in literally the worst market in the last 100 years. Like, I mean, pat yourself on the back if you're still in any market whatsoever, if you haven't been completely liquidated or rage quit or anything like that. Because we have never seen a market this bad. Not even the Great Depression, the Wall Street crash of 1932 or 29 or whatever that was. It wasn't that bad. This is worse than anything that has ever been seen historically when we take a look at the average performance of an average portfolio. As a matter of fact, pretty much among all asset classes, everything is going down. No matter if you have your money in stocks or bonds or gold or emerging markets, everything is down. And the one thing that's worth noted, that while everything is going down, you know what's not happening right now? Insiders are no longer selling. Right now, insiders are buying up their stocks at unprecedented levels. This is the same stuff that was happening at the COVID pandemic bottom. This was the same stuff that was happening at the housing market crisis bottom. Insiders buying up stocks at those levels. So, with all of that, right now, across the markets, we have the lowest risk levels recorded. This is record low. This is below pandemic. This is below sovereign debt crisis. This is below the housing market crisis. Right now, everybody is very, very risk averse. And there's a contrarian trading strategy that you want to be greedy when others are fearful and fearful when others are greedy. So right now, as everybody is very, very risk averse, might it make sense to be a little bit riskier? I don't know. That's up to you. Clearly not financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy any risky assets, particularly not cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin. Gosh. Well, if we take a look right now, Bitcoin volatility. Right now, we're very, very close to Bitcoin volatility that generally triggers large directional movements. So as Bitcoin acts like a stablecoin, like it's been doing for the past, 3-6 months, however long this has been going on, as Bitcoin acts as a stablecoin and just goes sideways, the volatility collapses, and that happens right before a big move occurs. Now, if we take a look at some of these times, we had a big move down right here. We had a big move up right here. We had a big move up right here. We had a big move down right here. So, will it go down? Will it go up? Unfortunately, the volatility doesn't tell us. All it tells us is that there's a big move in the books. And there's, Bitcoin could go down. There's no saying it won't, especially if the Fed keeps artificially causing this recession. Yes, of course, Bitcoin, all other asset classes could go down. And if we take a look at where it could go down to, this is a very interesting one, because this line right here, the realized price of wallets with 10 to 100 Bitcoin balance, price has never fallen below there. It was the exact bottom in 2011. It was the exact bottom in 2014, 2015. It was the exact bottom in 2019, and very, very close to the bottom of the COVID pandemic. Now, right now, that number is $12,480 and creeping up day by day. But this is very interesting because Bitcoin could very well go down and touch that line. As a matter of fact, where we are right now, on a monthly chart, Bitcoin has always had these flash crashes. They don't last long, but it always had these flash crashes down to the bottom of this parabolic uptrend. We haven't yet had a flash crash. We could potentially have some bad news, have a flash crash, bounces off 12,500 and then comes back up where we have a wick down to those levels. That's certainly possible. But since we're talking about possibilities, let's talk about what else is possible. Right now, if we take a look at the percent supply last active 1+ years ago, it is becoming somewhat flat. And you know what happens after it becomes somewhat flat? It rolls over. And when this metric rolls over, as seen with these red lines, as soon as it rolls over, Bitcoin goes on massive runs. Look at this. Massive run, massive run, massive run. Well, right after it kind of goes sideways, it rolls over and eventually goes on some massive runs. If we take a look at the Gann boxes comparing 2018 to 2025 with 2012 to 2017, we have kind of the same exact thing, where if we look at these fib levels from the top here to the low at 38.2 fib, it would indicate that we already saw that low, and we might see the beginning of the bull phase coming up in the beginning of 2023 with a peak towards about 2026, when a lot of people are predicting other market peaks, basically the last chance to get anything out of these markets before we have a crazy world economic collapse and everything just implodes. Well, right now, Bitcoin has just done something. The last time it happened, it was a game changer for Bitcoin. Bitcoin just left the Puell multiple green zone. The last time that's happened, that was pretty much the bottom right here. Bitcoin at $3,000 before it went up to $70,000 the last time it left this green zone. Well, it just did that again. So likely, we could be seeing Bitcoin price in for some major moves in the future, because no matter how you look at it right now, whether it could go down further, whether it could go up, Bitcoin right now is undervalued, and not just undervalued, like exceptionally, extremely undervalued. This is something that you only see in probably like 5% of or less of Bitcoin's life. As a matter of fact, this is my second bear market with Bitcoin. And my first bear market, this one down here, 2018, 2019, Bitcoin was not as undervalued back then as it is already right now based on the Mayer multiple. It is exceedingly undervalued. Only saw this type of undervalued during the COVID crash, which lasted for 2 weeks, or back here in 2015, which lasted for maybe a month or more. We've already been in this for 2 months or something right now. Could be the best opportunity to pick up Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies for generational wealth. But don't take my word for it, because that's just my opinion. Anyways, if you did enjoy that video, make sure to push the like button. It helps out so much. I will catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.